welcome to Notice Tonight, the show that decodes the region. I am Wasbir Hussain. What is the problem with people like Mamata Banerjee? Is it actually asking the obvious? Is the Trinamool Congress leader playing the Trinamool versus BJP politics with West Bengal in mind? Well, while Assam is peaceful, leaders like Mamata Banerjee seems to be getting restive, saying 40 lakh people whose names are not there in the draft NRC face the prospect of becoming refugees in their own country. Now, why are they not taking into account the fact that there are provisions to file claims? There is also the provision to file objections. Now, will politics take over the NRC exercise? We have been living with the politics of citizenship for 40 years, and now, as we are nearing the end of this politics with a list of genuine citizens on the verge of being ready, people are trying to create a divide in Assam on the basis of language and religion. So far, the opposition Congress and AIUDF have closed ranks with the ruling BJP and groups like the All Assam Students Union to condemn the remarks of Mamata Banerjee, who said there could be a civil war in Assam as names of 4 million people are not there in the draft NRC. Can Assam stand united at this critical juncture? This is the million-dollar question. Before we discuss the subject, let us listen in to what Mamata Banerjee had said and the responses to this highly provocative remark.
What is going on in Assam? The NRC problem, it is not only the Bengalis, it is the minorities, it is the Hindus, it is the Bengalis, it is the Biharis, it is the Rajasthanis, it is throughout my country. More than 40 lakhs people, they voted yesterday also. I am really shocked to see how the Indians became the foreigners. Don't you think it will create a civil war? Don't you think it will create a blood war?
Mamata Banerjee, she being a chief minister of a state, she should not provoke for civil war like that. We condemn it. It is very serious matter. A chief minister never should provoke like that. This is very serious and we condemn it.
Mamata Banerjee being the senior politician and being the chief minister of a state, so at least she should have minimum knowledge that NRC is being not monitored by the government or by any party. NRC is being monitored by the Supreme Court of India.
She is a senior leader of her country. She should realize the ground reality of Assam. And this movement is not against Muslims or Bengalis. It is against illegal Bangladeshis. And she should assess the ground reality. Without assessing the ground reality, without knowing the ground reality, we never expect this type of statement from a chief minister of West Bengal.
नहीं मेरे ख्याल ऐसा कुछ नहीं मैं उनकी बात नहीं करता, बड़े लोग हैं, लेकिन ऐसा कोई माहौल ग्राउंड रियलिटी में नहीं है. लोगों में इत्मीनान है, लोगों को यकीन है, क्लेम्स एंड ऑब्जेक्ट्स में हम जाके इसको क्लियर करना है.
देश का कोई मुख्यमंत्री सिविल वार या खून खराबी इस तरह का बात नहीं कर सकते हैं. ये कितना दुखद बात है कि आज राज्य का एक मुख्यमंत्री इस तरह का भाषा इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. ये तो हमारे देश के लिए बहुत ही शर्मनाक बात है कि एक मुख्यमंत्री इस तरह का बात करते हैं.
Okay, now I would like to we have to discuss this issue. This is a very, very critical and sensitive issue. I am joined in the studios today by BJP leader Siladitya Deb, will be joining us shortly. Former Congress MP Dwijen Sharma, AIUDF MLA Amanul Islam is also joining me shortly. Professor Akhil Ranjan Datta from Guwahati University, Senior Advocate Mr. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, and Mr. Abhijit Sharma of the Assam Public Works, who is among the movers and shakers of the NRC exercise, actually, as it was his writ petition in 2009 that brought the Supreme Court into the picture, and the process started with the apex court's supervision. Gentlemen, welcome to Notice Tonight. I'd like to go straight to Mr. Dwijen Sharma, Congress leader. Dwijen Sharma, already the politicization of the NRC has already started. Started this time by Mamata Banerjee with that extremely provocative remark. Dujan Sharma.
Now this is totally condemnable what Mamata Banerjee has said. I condemn it because one chief minister, when she will give some certain statement that is concerning some state, she should give responsible statement, and it is totally irresponsible because nobody said that 40 lakhs have been made declared foreigners. They have not been declared foreigners. And meantime, this Amit Shah also said that 40 lakhs have been declared foreigners. They are Bangladeshis, they are Ghuspetis. So this type of statement given by Amit Shah and Mamata Banerjee, this is going to create some problem in our state.
Okay.
The peaceful state, Assam, or as people of Assam want NRC, and that too without foreigners' name. And then in that process, these people are creating trouble, and we do not support at all.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Mr. Dujan Sharma. Mr. Abhijit Sharma, now my question is, 2009, you filed that writ petition. The Supreme Court came into the picture. The process started in 2015. After a long time, we have reached this particular stage when we have a draft NRC. Do you feel sad today? Are you upset that instead of looking at this entire issue dispassionately, political parties are engaged in scoring points, scoring political brownie points? Abhijit Sharma.
Yeah, from the very beginning, you can say from last 33 years, all the political groups, they are trying to play vote bank politics with this NRC issue or the Bangladeshi issues. Say from Congress, then BJP, AGP also, they are trying to collect some vote banks from the Muslims and the Hindus. These politics are going on. But the thing is that APW, we realize that there is a serious problem in Assam. Through some calculation, we found some numbers like 41 lakhs access voters in the voter list, and we approached Supreme Court without killing anyone. Not a single man was killed or harmed.
Yeah.
Not disturbing anyone in Assam. No one were disturbed, nothing. We simply went to Supreme Court, filed a case, asking them as a scientific way to find out the process and to solve the problem. And after 9 years, on 30th July, through this scientific process, whatever it is,
we got a draft.
We got a draft.
My question to you,
and we got a
Sharma,
draft. We got a number.
Yes, we got a number.
Now the thing, this all national medias, even though I went to some national channels like NDTV, they are trying to polarize the Mamata Banerjee, the Trinamool. They are trying to say that it is an NRC against the Bengalis. Some are trying to say it is an NRC against the Hindu and Muslims. But we are saying it is an NRC against to find out who is Indian and who is non-Indian.
Absolutely. Mr. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, this whole exercise is between natives and aliens. Who is a native and who is not? It's a simple exercise. Who is an Indian national and who is not, isn't it?
See, at first I would like to say a few things. Kindly give me 60 seconds. See, during Assam agitation also, it was Jyoti Basu and company led CPM also branded the agitation as it is against the Bengalis and Indians. And today Mamata Banerjee is doing the same thing. Mamata Banerjee, in her desperation to appease the minorities, she has lost her mental equilibrium. Now it is, see, now the figures which has been revealed by this exercise, it goes to show that Assam agitation was very legitimate, that there are millions of see, please don't use the expression foreigner. Foreigner can come to India on the strength of a passport. We are dealing with illegal migrants. Yes. And please remember, under the international law, illegal migrants are not entitled to due process of law. It is only those persons who come to India on the strength of a passport or a visa granted by government, they overstay, then only they are entitled to due process of law. Now let us, and one more thing, let me make one position very clear.
Yeah.
Let us not downplay or be too much of modest. I think we are demonstrating too much of modesty. Let us come to terms. Let us realize that millions of foreigners are there on the basis of 71. If on the basis of 51 an exercise is undertaken, we do not know what would be the figure.
Right.
Therefore, we should be prepared. Yes.
Right.
And please remember, the resilience shown by the people of Assam for the last 48 years needs to be complimented.
Okay.
And we should be prepared
Absolutely.
at this hour of crisis that we must remain united.
Oh, Dr. Akhilanjan Datta, now the issue is, we have described the pros and cons, we have analyzed the issue. At the end of the day, we have a draft NRC. It's a very much a draft. There are provisions to file claims and there are also provisions to file objections. Only then we are going to get a final NRC. My question, are you shocked at the way the Trinamool Congress has been trying, or rather tried, to polarize this whole issue?
In my considered opinion, that is not at all unexpected, because the kind of politics that Mamata Banerjee is doing, it has been marked by ideological and political bankruptcy, kind of politics of populism that she does, that necessitates the kind of statements that she has been giving. But we need to remember that she has been holding a constitutional position, and the whole NRC process has been driven by, monitored by none other than the Supreme Court of India.
Yes.
So even she doesn't have that much of respect for the incumbent government, either at the state of Assam or at the center. She should have amount of respect for the credibility of the Supreme Court of the country. All of we know that the NRC process has not been that easy. There have been a lot of hurdles, and Abhijit Sharma will be in a better position to tell you. There had been lot of obstacles being built by the incumbent governments too. But the Supreme Court was not listening to that. Supreme Court was not, endorsing the kind of statements which were coming up from the end of the governments.
Yes.
Therefore, we need to remember that this particular draft which has come up, it has come up not because of some political understanding. It has come up through legal constitutional process.
Now the issue
Only two
is,
sentences I will say. After that, the people of Assam has shown tremendous political maturity, which never happened in last 30 to 40 years.
Now, this political maturity Dr. Akhilanjan Datta is talking about, we must also agree that, this question is to Duzen Sharma. Yes. While your party president in Assam, he condemned Mamata Banerjee's provocative remark. Right. The ASU condemned, the BJP condemned, the AIUDF condemned. Then there are elements within your party, Mr. Duzen Sharma, like Susmita Dev, who openly welcomed the Trinamool delegation when they were doing this entire histrionics and drama at Silchar airport, and she has also thought it necessary to send off a letter to the chief secretary asking that, the Trinamool delegation should be allowed to come. Why this double standard?
No, this is not a double standard.
Why not?
No, this is not double standard. You see, some MPs, some colleagues of Susmita Dev came to her own constituency, Silchar, and she may do something else for them because they have come from West Bengal. What she has done, I don't know, but I have seen in TV that she was writing a letter to Chief Secretary to allow them to speak to people. She was saying in a different manner. But our party stand is very clear.
But 2 days before, she met Sonia Gandhi at her residence.
Yes,
Why?
Yes.
Why she met Sonia Gandhi at her residence?
Who?
It is
Mamata Banerjee.
Yes.
Why?
Do you want
is
me
there
to
any
answer?
political agenda?
Do you want me
that
to
Mamata
answer
Banerjee will fight
No,
for
no,
for a Congress AUDF?
No. Do you want
and
me
you will
to
be silent here. You will be sitting silent,
Mr. Sharma,
and you will say no. This is bad. But poking, and the whole thing is coming from Sonia Gandhi's residence.
If you interrupt, then it is.
I'm not interrupting. That's what I'm saying.
No. Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah, I want you to answer, but I also add to what Abhijit Sharma has said. Duzen Sharma, even the Trinamool's own president and secretary for the state of Assam have also resigned.
Yes.
In this background, why should the Congress, a section of the Congress, be openly backing it?
No. If somebody wants to meet Sonia Gandhi, why she will not allow?
Before 2 days of this
Why she
incident.
will not allow a chief minister to meet her? What is wrong there? There is nothing wrong. Sonia Gandhi, she approached that I want to meet you, and she is a chief minister of a state. and she has responded it. She has given honor to a chief minister. Nothing wrong with meeting them. But party stand is very clear.
Abhijit Sharma, are you suggesting that there was this whole decision, a game plan was hatched between Sonia Gandhi, the Congress chief, and
No, not
Congress
at all.
leader?
Why,
And do you
why
think- are you
2 days,
suggesting that,
why
Abhijit
2
Sharma?
days after the publication of NRC,
not-
she went there, and now she's shouting like anything. Her delegates are coming here.
No, she was
and you are
shouting-
saying that her old
No,
friends from
she
West
was
Bengal are coming
shouting
to
earlier
Mamata.
before meeting Sonia Gandhi. She has given
Yes,
this statement
yes, she
before
was shouting.
meeting.
So something is going on there.
No, something.
Like Congress
He-
is trying to project for Mamata Banerjee.
Nothing,
that
nothing.
You be the PM.
No, she shouted, she gave her statement before meeting Sonia Gandhi. You be correct. She gave her statement
But
before.
why before 2 days she met
No,
Sonia
what
Gandhi?
is wrong?
Now you are saying-
What is
people-
wrong?
people
if-
of
Now,
Assam
there is a
now there is a
suggestion-
question mark in the
there
people
is
of
a
Assam.
suggestion-
you may
there
have
is
a
an
question
impression-
mark, but I like to
Sonia-
clarify.
Sonia Gandhi has to clarify, not you.
No,
No,
Sonia
you are
Gandhi has to
asking me.
clarify.
You are asking me.
But
You are
but
asking
tomorrow
me.
you ask your party president to give a clarification from Sonia Gandhi why she met.
No, not at all. I will not ask. But if one chief minister
But the-
asks to want to meet
Now,
Sonia
there
Gandhi,
is a suggestion.
she has met her. What
Gentlemen,
is
there
wrong?
is a suggestion that there is a suggestion.
Birds
Let
of
me
the
bring
same
in.
feather flocks together.
What?
That's my
Okay,
only
that's a
answer.
birds
Nothing
of the
then.
same
Nothing.
feather flock
No, no.
together. That is what
but
Kamal
Our
was saying.
stand is
I beg to
clear.
differ.
It has happened because of the.
I would
Assam-
reiterate
In-
birds of
in-
the same
in-
feather flocks together.
In Brahmaputra Valley, your stand is different.
No,
In
no,
Barak
Mr.
Valley, your
Sharma,
stand is
you came
different.
later on. You
Your
came later on.
why?
You came later on in the Supreme Court. It started in 2010 itself.
Oh, but
You started in 2005.
Yes.
Your ex-chief minister Tarun Gogoi started in 2005.
Yes.
but it could not
no,
proceed.
but
It could not proceed.
intentionally, your party, now the doubt comes here that intentionally you started this, what you say, this one in Barpeta incident.
2010, 2005.
Barpeta and Choigaon.
They are happy. They are
Choigaon
happy.
and
They are happy with the incident.
There
in
was a
Barpeta.
pilot project
They are happy in the
which did
incident
not
in
proceed.
with
No,
pilot
no,
project.
no, let me come
After-
back.
No, after 2009, your chief minister, Mr. Tarun Gogoi, each and every day he lies about NRC. But after this Supreme Court,
he has
we are
not-
lucky. Assam
he is-
people of Assam are
Tarun-
lucky that we
Tarun
got Ranjan
Gogoi-
Gogoi, Justice Ranjan Gogoi, and now it's happening. Yes.
Now, let me. So, there is a suggestion that what Trinamool Congress did, what the Trinamool delegation did, the high drama, the scuffle that the MPs and the other leaders entered into with the Assam police personnel on duty. Now, the Trinamool Congress, that whole provocative remark, there is a suggestion that Mamata Banerjee is desperately wanting to make it a Trinamool versus BJP kind of a fight with a broad picture in mind. Siladitya, the BJP MLA, what do you think that BJP versus Trinamool? Do you think that is the agenda of Mamata Banerjee trying to polarize on these lines?
There are a lot of agendas going on now. Mamata is basically confused because the way the BJP is growing in her state and the way she is behaving with the citizens there, she is unable to protect the genuine citizens. I remember last year, I was there in Kolkata during Durga Puja. During the Dashami, about 5-6 of the pratimas were destroyed, but they did not report. And I came to know from the news agencies and the channels, they said that she ordered for a censure that nobody should show it. This is the condition of West Bengal today. And tell you one thing, I will even, besides the Congress, of course, as Abhijit was saying, that they are a partner in the UPA. The Trinamool, the Congress, they are partner in UPA. At the same time, Mr. Ajmal Sahab also has to be brought under the scrutiny, because you will find lot of advertisements in Kolkata streets, of Ajmal perfume and all this. They are paying huge revenue.
Aminul Islam.
They are paying huge revenue.
Siladitya is saying that Badruddin Ajmal, your party president, AUDF president, also should be brought under the scanner.
What kind of statement is this? This is told by Mr. Siladitya Dev. That's not related to entire politics or this scenario. I am
And I'm told
very
that
ashamed.
he invited.
But he is
Ajmal sir
a
invited,
businessman. He is a
Miss,
businessman.
Mamata
There are
Banerjee.
lots of
This is
advertisements.
told.
Yes.
There are advertisements are there. That is
And
relating,
with all false data,
relating
that
Ajmal
Muslims
Sahab
are
with
being harassed in
Mamata Banerjee.
Assam and
What
all
kind
this.
of politician
Can I
you
just
are?
intervene?
But my question is that
AUD
the
is
people of
a-
Assam,
go ahead.
the people of Assam,
debate.
is a private limited
Go ahead.
company.
You are
And the director is Badruddin Azman.
with Mamata Banerjee, as he has lots of advertisement there. This is your relating to
no, but
Mamata Banerjee. But my question is that now today
They're paying lot of revenue to the government.
Talk show,
There is
actually
lot of understanding between the
we are
two
doing the
parties
same
there.
thing what Mamata Banerjee wants. We are doing the same thing. Mamata Banerjee has done everything only to highlight his party and
You did
his
not get my
image
point.
in the
Who
state
will buy
of
your
Assam.
Ajmal
As
perfume?
As we are doing
Who
talk
will
shows
buy the
and,
Ajmal perfume?
conversation.
Who wants
we
that
are doing
product?
that.
But then
We are
Ajmal
actually serving the purpose of
perfume.
Mamata Banerjee.
I don't think
But
that-
also, we are
one
serving the
thing,
purpose of Mamata
Mr.
Banerjee
Hussain,
because they have
one
no
thing should be
basic,
clear.
no base in the state
We are
of
not
Assam.
concerned
And
with the
when
perfume.
they will do something
Who is selling
controversial
perfume, it
and
is
we will
not our
discuss.
I think this is
think
not
we are
about
just-
not about perfumes.
Yes.
Aminul Islam, what is your party stand now? What is your party stand now? Like Mamata Banerjee is saying, this 40 lakh people, oh, it's a very high figure, and these are all Indian nationals who are going to become refugees in their own country. Now, do you have full faith in this exercise or not? Because this is a Supreme Court monitored exercise. Can you clarify your party stand today after the publication of the draft NRC?
We clarify our party stance each and every day on that very day when the final draft of NRC has been published. And since that, not only on that day, from the very beginning of the process, we have expressed our view, and our stand is clear that we want a free, error-free NRC, and there should not a single foreigner be included in that NRC, and no valid Indian citizen should be excluded from that NRC.
Very
Our
good
stand is
theory.
clear, but
Not practical.
But no.
No. Why not practical?
No,
What?
no.
Why?
Actually,
Why?
we are not going to. Double standard like you, Mr. Shiladitto. Mr. Shiladitto, we are not going to play double standard like you. When you are going
No.
to
That is not the point. Let Shiladitto answer.
You are inviting Hindu Bangladeshis. Wherever you are inviting Hindu Bangladeshis and going to exclude Muslims.
Let us not talk about religion.
We are not playing double standard.
See,
Shiladitto,
I've got a simple question.
Not Muslim, not
No.
Hindu. Not
Just a
a
minute.
single foreigner.
Just a
After
minute.
71 should be included in the.
Just a
Hindu, no
minute.
Muslim
My
should be
question
there.
is,
No,
we
that
want
is not you to decide
No.
decide that.
No,
Decide.
Shiladitto, what is
cannot
the
decide
theory?
that
What
here.
theory are you talking about? No, just a minute. Let me come in.
It is the government who will decide, the majority government.
No,
Not the
Shiladitto.
minority
You have to
government.
answer this question.
Not the government who has been thrown out by the people.
That's wrong.
This is
That's
no,
wrong.
Shiladitto.
Majority government cannot do something which is anti-constitutional.
Yes.
No.
Exactly.
No. Question is
Majority government
that is not the
action has to be
question.
consistent with the constitution.
Mr. Chaudhary, just hang on. Let me come in here. Let me come in here. Just 20 seconds. A question. Now you see, Shiladitto, we want an NRC that is free from names of foreign nationals and an NRC that does not exclude a single Indian national. So what theory are you talking about? That is the what? That will be a fair NRC.
I am saying, in 1979, in the early 80s, when the ASU agitation was taking place, there was a lot of shouting that 80 lakhs Bangladeshis are in Assam. And after the NRC draft comes out, we get only 40 lakhs, and then we see people eating sweets. What is it?
So are you not happy? That means
I cannot be happy.
You
That
cannot say
that
that
means
these 40 lakhs are
Shiladitto. No,
Bangladeshis.
just a minute. This is
I'm
a
not
very
saying
important
this.
statement. No.
I think that's
This
a-
is
I'm
very
not saying that.
No, let me
You
clarify.
will not say.
No,
I think
Shiladitto.
that's a-
No, that is a very important statement from. No, not provocative.
There are
This is
Assamese
a-
people.
I am
No, just a minute.
saying that the
No,
ASU has
let us
said
clarify from
40 lakh
Shiladitto.
80 lakhs.
No, 40
and
lakhs
it has
are
just
not-
a minute.
when
Just a minute.
You cannot say.
When
further come
ASU
down.
started the agitation, nobody projected any figure.
No, let me
But
ask.
it was assumed. No, it was
Mr.
assumed.
Chaudhary,
There are
This
substantial
question-
number of foreigners.
I must put this question to Mr. Shiladitto Dev because he is a member of the ruling party in Assam. Now, when you were saying that figure should have been much more, 40 lakhs, you are not a happy man. My question is simple. Do you suspect that the NRC exercise was not done fairly? Do you think a lot of other names should have been there? The 40 lakh figure is too small. Are you saying that?
It was not fair. Definitely not fair.
You have to explain that.
I'll explain you. Because I have come across many people, especially in the Muslim dominated districts of Assam, where the Hindu's name has not been included, even though they had NRC of 1951. if you type their ARN number, you will see instead of the Hindu names, you will find a lot of Muslim names coming.
I have a very simple
and I can give
Okay,
you-
we will go for
I
a
have a
break.
very
We'll go for a
simple
break.
question.
We'll
No, I have a very
we'll go-
simple question,
I'll
Wasbir.
go for a short
No,
break.
I have a very simple question.
I will go for a short break. We'll come back. We'll be right back.
Game of Hindu Muslim.
Welcome back. Mr. Kamaldan Chaudhary, you are a veteran lawyer, you are a senior advocate. My question is, do you think this politicization will now only gain momentum as we are actually entering into the most critical phase only now? Because the question of determining who is a national and who is a citizen out of this 40 lakh, the claims and objections process may lead to increase in the political temperatures.
See, the politics part would go on. We should be least bothered about the politics part, but we should concentrate, rather focus.
But can we
No,
ignore the political part?
See, in a democracy, this is bound to be there.
Yeah.
There are some forces who would always support a particular view. A particular section would rather support it. And we as an Assamese, we as an Indian, we are definitely for an error-free NRC. Now the issue is, what Mamata Banerjee is doing, let her do her politics, let us be resilient, let us also, at the same time, try to do whatever is best under the circumstances. But what I personally feel is, now Supreme Court has said that until further orders, let us not take any call, or even Government of India should not take any call regarding the status of these persons. Now post the declaration of the final draft, now there is a procedure of filing objections, then the claims can also be filed, then there will be hearing and all. Therefore, thereafter a date will be fixed by the Supreme Court when a final list would be published. Thereafter, I think, as you know, there was an Indo-Bangla treaty between Mrs. Indira Gandhi and late Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, in terms of which Bangladesh in fact agreed to take back all the immigrants who have came over to India after 25th of March 1971. Therefore, Government of India at the diplomatical level has to take up the matter with the Government of Bangladesh, so that to convince them you must take back. Supposing in the ultimate analysis they do not agree.
Then there are various options as to whether the Government of India is going to do that, what is going to be the response of Bangladesh, and so on and so forth. We'll discuss this little later. Abhijit Sharma, when you see the entire issue getting politicized, instead of now determining to take the issue to the logical end, we are engrossed in this entire political tamasha, if I may use the word. What do you think on this?
No, in this political tamasha, there is a serious thing is going on in West Bengal. The Assamese people who are staying there, mainly the students, the private or government work holders, or the families who are staying there, they are in a threat now. And yesterday's incidents from Barak Valley, now I think the Mamata Banerjee and his team will try something in communal rights or something there, like Assamese Hatao, in something they are trying to do that. Yes, today we filed a case in the local police stations against all the MLAs and MPs, and tomorrow also we are going to meet the DGP and to request him, also the state government, that something have to be done with the West Bengal Assamese people. But here in Assam, all the Bengalis who are staying here, I think they are happy and they are proud that their chief minister is Sarvananda Sonowal, not Mamata Banerjee.
Okay. Let us hope things do not reach that level. We are in a civilized country. We are in a civilized society. This is a Supreme Court monitored process. This is actually a legal process. This entire NRC is coming up actually a legal exercise. Mr. Kamaldan Chaudhary will bail me out. Mr. Dujan Sharma, I mean, does such thoughts even cross your mind? Because this should be totally kept away from politics actually. Although the issue itself is highly political. Elections have been won and lost, we all know, in the last 40 years over the issue of foreign nationals and the bulk vote bank that all of you were trying to capitalize on. You included, Aminul Islam included, and even Siladitya cannot escape responsibility on that.
Certainly you are correct that politics should be away from this issue, because NRC has been monitored by the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, this is a legal process, to say it is a legal process they have taken up. Now, but political parties, what they are saying, they are not interfering in NRC process. Political parties should not interfere in NRC process. It is monitored by...
but what did Mamata Banerjee do? Is it not interference in the NRC process?
You are asking my
was trying to destabilize the situation.
You are asking my opinion. You are asking my...
No, but don't you think that what Mamata Banerjee did
I have already condemned her. I have already...
No, but don't you think that it was interfering?
Yes, it is interference. It is interference, totally interference. He should not do it. I am saying my opinion that it should be away from politics. But what the political parties are doing? Political parties are responsible for their people. Political parties must say when there is suffering of people, when they see suffering of people. When one person will come and he will say that all these 40 lakhs are foreigners, they are Ghuspettis, then political party has the responsibility.
Who are you targeting at?
It is Amit Shah who said in Parliament.
He is saying, Congress is saying that Amit Shah gave a statement, even before the verdict was out, that these are Ghuspettis. That is the allegation leveled by Dujan Sharma of the Congress, that he has declared them as foreign nationals even before the verdict.
Times, not one time. Even in press conference he said.
If the Congress government in Assam would have been serious with NRC, then this matter wouldn't have gone to the Supreme Court. Today Supreme Court had to interfere here because the past government run by Mr. Tarun Gogoi did not bother about.
Congress government
and what they did in Borpeta, as we know, because of the pilot project, there was a huge crisis there. And today the man who is involved in that pilot project massacre, he is in the Congress party.
Yes,
he is in the Congress party.
Can I just remind Siladitya Deb one thing? Yes, it's good that you are blaming Congress, and Congress couldn't do it, and Congress never claimed credit for it because it.
No, they claim also.
No. Right in the moment. Just let me just let me
think that the Congress did not claim.
But remember.
I claim it because Congress started it.
Remember,
it is the Congress government who appointed all these officials before putting Hajela.
Just a second.
It is the Congress government who agreed
I'd like to
to a tripartite agreement.
I'd like to remind Siladitya Deb. In November 2017, the Attorney General of India came to the court and they are arguing with the Supreme Court, these two judges' bench, that is it the jurisdiction on the part of the Supreme Court to decide the date of publication of the draft NRC? Is it not an obstacle being created by the incumbent government? And I think very introduction of the bill to amend the Citizenship Act 2016 itself is a kind of obstacle being created towards the process of updating NRC. Therefore, you cannot just escape from the responsibility or cannot just escape from all this wrong.
See, the Citizenship Amendment Bill, as it is
just I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So you cannot entirely blame only the Congress. You are also equally responsible. You are not very sincere.
I'll tell you something.
For the updating of NRC. Otherwise, the NRC would have been.
See, I don't know if I say something, it may contempt to court. I don't know, but still, as a citizen of India, I have a right to speak about my country and my people. I will say one thing. First of all, when the court had ordered for this, yes, it was welcome by everybody. But what was the hurry? Because of the hurry today, what we are getting? Where is those Ghuspeti gone? Where are these Bangladeshi Muslims? See, the country was divided on the basis of religion. Don't forget that. And where are these Bangladeshi Muslims from the Chor areas gone?
Yes, come on. Kamallan Chaudhary.
Secondly, for the country, not for Assam. The Citizenship Amendment Bill is for the country, not for Assam.
Even without 40-second
amendment, you should be thankful to the Supreme Court.
India is a secular country and it will continue to be a secular country.
Citizenship is not decided on the basis of religion.
Don't expect communal game.
No, citizenship.
I know who is liking it and who is not liking it. You may not like it. Because you are getting a free walk, catwalk.
No,
You are getting a catwalk.
Something serious.
You are getting a catwalk. I know who is liking it.
My only request is that
You cannot
India
decide
is India
the citizenship.
and India is not Pakistan.
Yes.
Pakistan.
You go to the Wagah border,
I'm
you will
telling
realize
you,
what is
I'm
India.
telling-
Go to the Wagah border,
in
and
Wagah
you see
border.
the parade in the evening. Gentlemen, it is very easy to talk here.
We are having own independence. Let us be secular.
Exactly.
Gentlemen,
it is a communal, it is communal.
let me give you, gentlemen, let me give you a breaking news at this point in time. As we are having this highly engaging debate, reports coming in that the Trinamool team had lodged a case against Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal at the Alipur court. In fact, we are getting reports that TMC leaders Mohua Moitra and Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar visited the Alipur police station in Kolkata and filed a case, an FIR against Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, accusing him of orchestrating the high-handedness against the TMC delegation at Silchar yesterday. So we are trying to confirm this news. These are the initial information coming in that the TMC has not decided to end the matter. TMC has decided to escalate the tensions between over this particular issue of NRC and has lodged a case against Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal. What do you think? What do you think? Siladitya Deb, yes, Kamallan Chaudhary, what does this indicate?
No, actually, prima facie, assuming there was an offence, it was committed in Silchar, how Alipur court can take cognizance of this? These are all political gimmick. These are all part of the game.
Political gimmick. Siladitya, what do you think?
The whole idea is to derail the process of
Exactly.
NRC.
Exactly.
Not only
So
to derail,
Assam has shown too much, much of maturity, and people have remained very
So,
strained.
okay.
Therefore, I think we should also not give too much of weightage to
Abhijit
that.
Sharma, do you agree with Akhil's view that this particular example, the TMC leader going to Alipur court and filing a case, is it a part of the broader game plan to try and derail the entire NXX even now?
Maybe tomorrow something more will come out.
See,
In the beginning only I told you that
we
Assamese
all
people
know
who are
it is
staying
being
there,
monitored by the
they are
Supreme
also
Court.
scared now. Students
Therefore,
are
the
scared.
two judges of the Honorable Supreme Court are not going to
listen to
derail.
it.
Therefore, this process would be taken to its logical end, no matter what Mamata Banerjee made. She may go on doing. Let her go on.
I think that can hamper the entire NRC process.
Nothing is going to happen.
But interstate conflict.
It might lead to interstate tensions.
see,
Siladitya, what do you think?
because-
Siladitya.
Basically, West
Mr.
Bengal.
Islam, I'll tell you, even during Assam agitation days, nothing happened in West Bengal.
Yeah, but
Even in
right
Assam
now,
agitation,
here in
for
Assam,
example,
case
I have
was
a lot
filed
of friends
against
in
Mamata
Bengal,
Banerjee.
Calcutta. I
As
have
an
visited optimum number
in
of
Assam,
times.
we are filing
Not even a
cases against
single occasion I had
Mamata
any
Banerjee.
problem. I don't think
What
people.
Kamalnan Chaudhary said, I also like to assert
Exactly.
that point. There are differences between what the government is doing and what the people are doing. For example,
Exactly.
even when this citizenship amendment bill was being introduced by the government, and there were a lot of protests here, but there was no attack on Bengalis.
No.
So there are differences that what the government is doing is not
I
necessarily
have to say one thing.
endorsing
Let
that.
me
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
one point
Yeah.
here. As some of our esteemed panelists have said once again today, that the people of Assam has been behaving in an extremely mature, extremely sensitive manner in the entire exercise of NRC. In fact, the entire media outside was thinking that something dramatic is going to take place in Assam. There would have been a lot of chaos, but God willing, fortunately, nothing has happened. And this is all the result of the maturity with which the people of Assam have approached this exercise. Don't you think so, Siladitya?
See, yeah, that is correct. But I'll tell you something. Basically, what Mamata is doing in West Bengal, you don't take it as a people's mandate at this moment.
That's the point I am telling.
Secondly,
not at all.
secondly, it is
Not
run
at
by
all.
hooligans, criminals, and you don't know whom they'll attack in the next moment. So therefore, maybe if they start with all this hooliganism again, that would be a fit case of president rule in West Bengal.
Dujan
And
Sharma.
I think Mamata Banerjee is in. If she's going to do all this, she'll be inviting such things.
Can I say,
That won't be a bad idea.
with your permission,
Yes.
can I say that the person, the panelist closest to the Trinamool Congress today is you, the Congress party?
No, that is not the point. Who is closest and who is maintaining a distance, that is not the point.
Okay.
Point is, what Mamata Banerjee has said, this I being a congressman, I am being the vice president of the Assam Congress.
Yes.
I have condemned it in the beginning. So I do not support. I have seen the peaceful situation in Assam.
Yes.
And what the BJP is saying that 40 lakhs have been detected, they are all foreigners. I condemn that also. The Amit Shah statement also I condemn. Today, Rajnath Singh, of course, he has clarified the situation in the parliament that they should not fear on this issue that the 40 lakhs, they have all will get all scope to prove their citizenship, and no Indian citizen will be harassed. That has been expressed today in the parliament. So this is what has happened.
Yes.
We do not support.
I want to
not
ask,
support who is close.
Right.
Who is not close. It is not important.
I want to ask.
In politics, I am doing politics in Assam. And I will go by the people of Assam. What is happening in Assam, that is my first priority.
I want to ask a question to Abhijit Sharma, then I will take a response from Mr. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary before going to the political leaders. But Abhijit Sharma, you know that the instance has come to light now that 35 to 40 people who have been declared as foreigners by the foreigners tribunals have found their way into the NRC draft list. This has been confirmed by the Deputy Commissioner of Morigaon. So, yes, I am quite aware that there is the provision of objections. People can file objections and this can be rectified. But my question to you, Abhijit Sharma, why should their names go there in the first place?
See, we have to thank Mr. Hemendas,
the Deputy Commissioner.
He is a good person. I know him very well. Very personally, I know him. He is an honest person. No corruption charges are there against him. And we have to thank him for his courage also. That coming out and saying that 39 families names are included in the NRC, and after 3
days,
who
have been declared as foreigners
after
by the
3 days of verification, it came out. Now the thing is that like Hemendas, if there are names in other districts, the deputy commissioners have to come out and say if there is. Now the thing is that we are all happy with what came out on 30th of July.
Yeah.
And that very day I said that 40% we are happy, 40% we are 40% we are happy, we are success, but 60% yet to come. Now the thing is, in the 40 lakhs, 7,707, the numbers, there are lots of indigenous people's names are there.
Oh yes, no doubt about that. No doubt about it. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary.
No, we are fighting for we are fighting for the indigenous people, and indigenous people's name are there, and we are shouting, we are happy.
Already people have come forward.
Moments are coming
people
out.
have come forward.
Abhijit, actually Assam was fighting for removal of the Bangladeshis.
Yes,
now we are fighting for the indigenous.
Maybe. No, one more thing I am saying.
This is
inclusion of the indigenous. Inclusion of the indigenous.
There is one thing. If your names are mismatched,
there is a technical part to it.
No, let me finish. Only 30 seconds, let me finish. If their names are mistakes or something, we can say it's a human error. But 39 families' names are included in the NRC. So it is a responsible of the NRC department to find out the culprits. What are workers, employees
there are
who are
lakhs
working,
and lakhs of such cases.
who have entered their names in the
Whether
NRC.
it was done deliberately,
It is the duty of the NRC department. We are not blaming NRC. We are not blaming NRC. We are not blaming the HR.
First of all, let us realize, let us accept the facts. This NRC exercise is an application based. So therefore, if the required documents are not given, these names should not be reflected. Now that is the end of the matter. That is not the end of the matter. There are ways and means of doing it. Now actually last 2 days I was out of Guwahati. Only at 4:30 I reached Guwahati. Now coming to the studio I could know that there is an incident where Deputy Commissioner Morigaon has said that 39 declared foreigners have managed to got their name enrolled. Now it may so happen, as I could see, now simultaneously this exercise was going on, maybe simultaneously the foreigners tribunal must have declared there as foreigner. Now they must have relied upon certain documents which were accepted. Now fact that now we have come to know, this is not the end of the world. We can always rectify those mistakes.
No, but how many mistakes?
No.
Lakhs of mistakes.
Mr. Siladitya Dev, see, never in the human history such an exercise has been taken anywhere in the world.
But we had
This
it
is
in
the
Assam
first.
before.
No.
We had it in Assam
No,
before.
no.
No,
That
no,
was
it was not
that was
under
not
the
such a high
supervision of the
scale.
Supreme Court.
No.
That was happening for
50,
the-
no. The
But
51
it is the same
exercise
people doing it.
for which we should compliment late Vishnuram Medhi, because Mr. Sharma is there, he will excuse me. Except Gopinath Bordlo and Vishnuram Medhi, all congressmen relied upon foreigners' vote.
That is
Can
a
he
saying.
deny?
That is a saying.
No, it's
You
very
have to-
unfortunate.
You have to prove the foreigners.
See, when they attained
Being-
majority,
being a person-
they started electing their
No,
own
no,
leader.
Mr. Chaudhary,
Today you must have realized.
Mr.
See,
I think you
if
should
you
also
had, if you would have
include
pursued
Bimala
the
Prasad
policy of
Solia.
why Vishnuram Modi was
You have
transferred.
included Bimala Prasad
No.
Solia, Mr. Chaudhary.
No. Bimala Prasad. See, I have not taken
No,
Bimala
let
Prasad
me
Solia's
answer your
name
question.
intentionally.
Let me answer
The
your
worst
question.
is Sarat Singh. Just to retain his same share,
Let
he
me-
blindly listened to the dictate of Mrs. Indira Gandhi.
Let me answer your question.
He has spoiled
Yes,
the
Dusan
state.
Sharma.
No,
Dusan
no,
Sharma.
why
He
you
has
are
spoiled
angry?
the state.
No,
Sarat Singh
why
is
you
the
are angry?
culprit.
I am not angry.
People
You,
are-
you have become
No.
angry. No, you cannot say
It is
that.
an
that-
issue,
that
you are
I-
bound to be angry.
No. You listen to me. You represent a legal profession.
No. I
You
am
are-
at the
you
same
are-
time
you
I'm a
are- you are-
citizen
yeah.
also.
No,
I've got every right to
Let
express
him
my
respond.
views.
No,
Let him respond. Let him
let
respond.
me respond. You have said you have come from a legal profession and we respect you. Now you are saying that all dependent on foreigners' vote. This is wrong. You have to identify the foreigners. Who is a foreigner? There is a legal provision. You have to legally identify the foreigners and detect them and deport them. We are always saying, unless you identify legally,
Mr. Sharma,
unless you identify legally,
Mr. Sharma,
you
let
cannot.
me tell you a naked truth today.
Yes.
Please
Yes.
listen to me. Please, 30 seconds.
No, let me
No.
finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Then you
I'll
have
give
to
you time. I'll give you
have to
time.
give
I'll
me time.
give you time to respond. Yes. Dusan Sharma, come on, be brief.
You have to legally identify me that you are a foreigner, and then you can take a legal action. Otherwise, if you say that all these people are foreigners, all these Muslims are foreigners, how that can be accepted? We do not accept that.
Nobody has said that. Nobody has said Muslim.
that all Muslims are
No,
foreigners.
nobody has said.
he's saying all the chief ministers were dependent on foreigners' vote.
Acha, have you completed? Have you completed? Listen.
Let him finish the naked truth.
See, in 1964, a huge hero uproar was raised in the parliament when almost a resolution was taken that about 7.5 lakh Muslims have infiltrated Assam. Y.V. Saban was the home minister of the country. He wrote a letter. Bimala Prasad Solia was the chief minister. Initially, when the discussion started in the parliament, the figure was 11 lakhs. By the time it came out of the parliament, the figure went down to 7.5 lakhs. By the time it reached Shillong, the then capital of Assam, the figure came to 3.5 lakhs. Following that, 10 tribunals were constituted. Then about 1 lakh and 40 lakhs odds were deported. That was the last time deportation took place. Then 33 Congress legislators, it is clearly reported in Oriental Times. I have got that article. I placed that in Supreme Court in my case.
In brief, what are you trying to say?
Now, 33 Congress legislators led by Sarat Singh, Moinul Haq Chaudhary and Debo Barua wrote to Mrs. Gandhi that if this is how Muslim people are to be deported, we will lose our vote bank. If you want, I can show you that article. Please reply to that.
No, I do not agree that 33
Please
MLAs
reply to that.
No. You have said, let me reply.
Our conversation went back to history.
Now, see, NRC has a link to the history. NRC in Assam just did not come from the sky.
Actually, we should concentrate.
He replied to your point. I will come back to you. Aminul Islam, what are you trying to suggest now?
See,
What is the most important? What is the most important issue now?
No.
My question is: are you happy with the way the NRC has progressed so far? Now there are two issues. One, the names. There is at least one instance that has been confirmed and comes to light that some foreigners have been included, declared foreigners. What will happen at the final verdict, we don't know. And it is also true that some genuine citizens have been left out. So what do you have to say on this issue?
There is a technical difficulty. Technical problem is that simultaneously two processes is going on. my friend Abhijit Sharma has also quoted right now, that NRC process is going on. They are checking the legacy data and linkage data to select the person's eligibility of persons to be included. Simultaneously, Foreigners Tribunal, they are working similarly. One person has been eligible by the NRC process, has been given notice by Foreigners Tribunal, and also at the same time NRC is working in this line and Foreigners Tribunal is working on that line. So the problem that came place in Morigao,
right?
The problem, the technical problem is that our demand was that both the process should not be continued simultaneously.
Okay,
once the NRC should be completed, and the rest of the people who are not eligible to be included in the NRC, those should be their citizenship.
Deputy Commissioner, after 3 days verification, he have declared an official statement that 39 families are included in NRC. After 3 days verification,
this Foreigners Tribunal business, it is nothing. It's an added layer of protection for these foreigners. Nowhere in the country there is a Foreigners Tribunal.
Right.
It is only in Assam there is a Foreigners Tribunal.
Right.
In Delhi, if a Bangladeshi is detected, his status will not be declared by a Foreigners Tribunal. It is only in Assam. Why?
Is interrupting.
Why?
No, one more thing, including Chaudhary, I have to interfere one more thing. Whatever the numbers comes out in the final NRC, whatever it is, they will go to the tribunal.
Yes.
After that, they will go to High Court. My friends are there to help them. Then they will go to Supreme Court. So they will stay in Assam for another 15 years.
So I have used that.
There is no doubt Abhijit Sharma has hit the bullseye.
Years.
There is a huge legal process. There is a huge legal process in the offing in the days ahead.
But I'm giving an example for Delhi. What is it?
I'll have to go for a break. But before that, for food for thought, there is a suggestion that up to 10 lakh people, this is a rough, very, very sketchy figure, up to 10 lakh people may not have even applied for the NRC.
Yes.
That is a big question. We'll come back and discuss. Don't go away. Welcome back. Aminul Islam, that point which I raised before going to the break, lot of people, some figures, very, very sketchy, unconfirmed figures, of course. Let me be very clear to my viewers. Some estimates have put that maybe 10 lakh people at least may not have even applied for the NRC. So what do you have to say to that category of people? What is going to happen?
Now, first of all, if any foreigners If a foreigner national didn't apply for the NRC, then that is not our concern, because
it's good.
That's good.
Why?
If any,
it is a concernable question.
No, he will not be an Indian citizen.
Why?
He will not be.
When? After 5 years?
No, after 2
years?
NRC is a Dolin. It is called.
No, let me clear it out. Let me clear it out.
Yes, you will tell after that.
Let me clear it out.
After my.
No, you are saying, you started by saying that if foreigners have not applied, it's okay, but then what?
No, then because NRC will be a Dolin. It is called Dolin because to identify the citizens.
Can you give me a voter ID, please?
No, NRC.
No, Silani is going to identify.
Can you give me a voter ID? Can you give me a voter? Suppose I have not applied in NRC, but I have got my voter card. I have got my voter card. I can roam around the whole country with this voter card.
Their name will be omitted.
Any hotel.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please.
Let the lawyer speak. No, let the lawyer come.
I am going to.
Please, I'll just take 1 minute. Okay. Please complete.
No, you please let me finish. Please wait. We are finishing.
Mr. Siladitya,
He's so happy. He'll have more seats being added up now.
Mr.
Siladitya, we'll start migrating to other
Mr. Siladitya, another point is that the role of Assam police yesterday in Silchar, it was very appreciable. I appreciate.
Thank you.
But the role of Home Ministry of Assam is not satisfactory. rule of Home Ministry of Assam, because the role played yesterday by Assam police, same stand was not we found in case of Shiladitya and Rajan Gohai and so BJP leaders, they are provocating NRC process. We demand, our demand is that the Assam police should be impartial and Home Ministry should be impartial and same rule should be played against Shiladitya Dev and Rajan Gohai, who are continuously, who are provocating to interrupt the NRC process.
Did I accuse the Muslims? I did not do that. Aminul, just a second. Wasbir, you should allow me to speak.
Let me. It is a direct charge against Shiladitya. Let Shiladitya respond and I'll come to you, Dijan Sharma.
Today Aminul is having a wonderful smile, and why he has this smile, I'll break that also. But he says that why I was not taken care by the Home Ministry. What I did? I never accused the Muslims. I said Bangladeshi Muslims, though they are foreigners. I did not accuse the Indian Muslims. So how can you catch me? Tell me one thing. Secondly, gentlemen, we have now the Bangladeshi Muslims all in the NRC. Mr. Aminul is smiling. He has a wonderful smile because now they will be migrating to all those.
But you are questioning the Supreme Court.
But that's a serious allegation.
That's a serious allegation. How can you say? How can Shiladitya say that all the Bangladeshi Muslims are in the NRC draft lead? That's a very serious allegation.
I condemn that statement.
I don't agree with my friend. I don't think that's a correct statement.
Let us have a legal
please tell about the 10 lakhs people who have not applied.
No, actually something like this.
I'll come to that. Let Kamala speak.
See, we are loosely using this expression foreigner. See, expression foreigner has a definite legal connotation. See, Assam is facing the problem of illegal migrant. See, because under the international law, an illegal migrant is not entitled to the due process of law.
No, that we know.
I know, I'm coming to it.
But
now regarding that 10 lakhs.
Respond to what Shiladitya said.
No, I'm coming to the 10 lakhs.
Yeah, not the 10 lakhs. The Shiladitya statement that all the Bangladeshi Muslims are in the NRC draft.
That I don't agree.
I think very serious.
As of now,
it is. I think if Mamata Banerjee can be condemned on the ground that it's creating problems for the Bengalis, I think Shiladitya's statement is also should also be condemned on the same ground, because every one of us accepting that it has been carried out under the monitoring of Supreme Court of India. Just let me tell you.
Criticize the
court. Let me tell you.
Not dare to criticize the court.
If you have
as a citizen, I would
any
say
doubt,
there should have been a monitoring committee.
But you are questioning the credibility of the Supreme Court.
But
and
you should
also questioning.
Where should I
go?
The question was directed to me. Let me answer.
Yes, please. People should know, whoever watching this channel,
is like this.
Important thing.
Yes. Mr. Shiladitya Dev is trying to project.
No, that other one I'm saying.
No, I'm coming to that. He is trying to project that lots of Bangladesh's name has entered the NRC. Maybe. The reason being, as of date, the exercise is being carried out having regard to 25th of March 1971. Tomorrow, ultimately, in the WPC 562 of 12, if Supreme Court says 6A is bad, then it has to go back to 1948. That's a different issue.
That's a different issue.
But as on date, if somebody's name has entered the NRC based on the fact that his parents were there or he was born or whatever it is before March 1971, we can't say that's an illegal as of date. Therefore, thereby somebody's name may have entered. But yes, having said that, let me come to my basic point. That's why we are saying this immigration from erstwhile Bengal to Assam started. It continued. It is continuing even today. Therefore, we are saying that we should have a cut-off date, not 71. We should go back to the original constitution.
I will come to that. I have a question to Kamal Nayan, but before that, Abhijit Sharma, the 10 lakh people may not have even applied. What is your personal? Do you think? Do you think it's an exaggerated figure? Do you think it's a ridiculous to say that? Or there is some truth?
10 lakhs.
Or do you think there is truth? Some truth?
There is truth, and by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we'll prove it. Why? How? It is not 10 lakh. It may be more. Now the thing is that
it's more than 10 lakh. You're saying?
Yes, they have a voter ID. They can roam around the whole country. Most of them came to know that they are going to Chennai and Kerala. They can get a hotel with showing the voter ID. At least this voter will be valid for another 3-4 years. After that, the Bangladeshis, they can do another. They will try to make other documents. Okay, after the NRC process is finished, the voter list is cleared, they will come and stay in some chore areas? No intelligence is there in the chore areas? So this is...
Aminul Islam, what do you think about this theory which Abhijit Sharma is saying, propounding before us? It's a theory.
Whenever we are entire state, all the people of state and the government, we are accepting the NRC as the role model, or the it is like a list, all accepted list. The Indian citizens who are Indian citizens living in the state of Assam, their name will be reflected in that list. And whose name will not be reflected here, perhaps there will be a system to get any government job or higher education or any other government facilities. It will be mandatory that his name should be included in the...
I am telling for this coming 2 3 years, this running
Just the question to Abhijit Sharma.
Sheet, you know,
yes.
That if you get it printed, the NRC sheet where you type the ARN number and then you get the names of people, it is clearly written on the right side of the column that if a person whose name figures out there in the NRC, again there is a case in the FT code, he may be deleted. There is a provision, it is written clearly there. So you don't think once your name is there in the NRC, you get a catwalk. No.
It's not a clean sheet.
It is not a clean sheet. So you may have to go to the FT code again and then prove yourself. If you don't prove yourself, your name is deleted once again.
So why are you suspecting then? Why are you telling?
I can give you hundreds of cases where
no, that's because of. See, I think that's because of the provisions of the Assam Accord, and also that is because of.
It seems you people are so happy about 40 lakhs, and then
nobody is talking about happy or unhappy. Then we are talking about happy and unhappy.
This is not in our hands.
It is not.
It was not in the hands of anybody.
I am saying
it was the figure that came out.
You are not above the Supreme Court. You are not above the Supreme Court. Always you say like that you are above the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is monitoring.
Mr. Wasbir, if somebody says
for information,
if somebody says certain thing forcefully and that should be accepted, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. He is saying of Muslim Bangladeshi that Muslim Hindus who have come, who are foreigners, they should be allowed to stay here. I cannot accept.
That is different thing. You play double politics here also. In Barakali you say when you came here, when you realize the Bengalis have voted for BJP, then you are playing a different thing.
You are a doubtful person because you have given your legacy data.
I have not given legacy data for your kind information. Don't misquote. Please don't misquote. I have not given any legacy data. My father was a student of Cotton College way back in 1952. That certificate has been given. So please don't unnecessary.
I have been told that you have given.
Please, the Congress habit, change it. It is a Poriborton din. You know, Congress habits of telling lies. Please don't do it.
No, you have given South Korean constituency.
Please don't get into all these false stories. You go and check it up. Please do an RTI. Please do an RTI.
I will do it.
And then you have to apologize in front of the people of Assam.
Only thing that 10 lakhs people have not applied. We do not know how many lakhs have not applied.
We'll give you the data by
No,
tomorrow.
Abhijit Sharma says that
we will give you the data by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. We'll give you. Don't worry.
Just anything.
Just following.
We do not know. If you don't tell,
Mr. Pradeep Bhiya, the Borta and the Borma Bonti Bhiya, they are in this work. They are doing the homework.
It is good.
But tomorrow they have to go. They have to go and give you the data.
It is good.
They are doing the homework.
On what basis are you going to?
Let them finish their homework. Let them finish their homework.
On what basis?
Let them finish their homework. Let them finish their homework.
If both the parents are foreigners, listen, if both the parents are foreigners and the person is born in India between 1950 and 87, he has his birth certificate, he is a born Indian citizen. I was born here. I was born in Christian Hospital, Chhatribari. They have given a beautiful printed certificate. I'll give it tomorrow.
And that provision is under challenge in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
That's that. Very simple question to Abhijit.
He has that beautiful certificate.
That you have given this.
He has it because he is still a young man. That is why he has that piece of document very nicely. It's still beautiful. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, what do you have to say?
See, my perspective is very simple. There will be forces who are inimical to the interest of the state. They will come up with a lot of stories. We have to be resilient. We have to withstand all this pressure. Now the government of Assam has a very important role to play. Now we'll have to wait till such
what?
time. We'll have to wait till such time.
Right.
The final NRC is published. Then standard
Yes, in the
operating
meantime,
procedure
we'll have to
is
wait.
also being finalized.
We will have to wait. Standard operating procedure is being finalized.
Yes.
We'll have to wait till the
Yes,
process
yes.
reaches its logical conclusion. But before that, it would have been better if all of us would have been extremely patient as as you are appealing people to be. But my question to you, Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, is this: already a lot of people are demanding that there should be NRC in all the states in the country, including the governor of Assam, Mr. Jagdish Mukhi. He has said that it is necessary for this country to have NRC because migration, foreign national illegal migration issue is a serious problem. Because if 10 lakh people are in places like in south of India, then
It's an example.
it can be
We're
just
giving
an
an
example.
example.
They can be
See,
anywhere.
I can-
Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, has anybody already approached you?
Yes.
You are a well-known
I
lawyer.
can-
Has anybody already approached you to file such a case?
I can break the news.
Please break the news.
It is something like this. The indigenous people of the Tripura, several factions have come to me. They are coming on Tuesday. We are going to take a call as to whether we should go to Supreme Court. I mean, demanding a similar NRC for the state of Tripura.
Yes.
Because there are allegations, these are all in the realm of allegation, that the Chief Minister, Mr. Biplab Deb, was born in Bangladesh. So that's a very serious matter.
This is
I don't
a
know.
breaking story.
This is in the realm
This
of,
is a
it is
breaking
in the
news.
realm of,
This is
I
a
mean,
breaking news. Like
information.
Mr. Abhijit Sharma had filed a writ petition in 2009 to again. This time, senior advocate Mr. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary has just disclosed on this program. I'd like to ask my desk. This is a breaking story. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, senior advocate, is filing a case in the Supreme Court.
I'm not
ready.
Likely,
The homework is good.
likely to file.
not
move the
likely.
Supreme
These
Court.
people are coming.
Okay.
They are demanding. We're looking into the matter.
Okay, there is already a demand, already a move by indigenous people of Tripura for some kind of an NRC exercise in the state, and their lawyer they have approached in this case
actually,
is
they
Mr. Kamal Nayan Chaudhary.
let me just tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
They came to me about a month back. We are working on it. There was, probably you know, when the Privy Purse was abolished, Madhav India filed, though he subsequently joined Congress, he filed a writ petition.
Yeah.
And it was argued by none other than Nani Palkiwala.
Okay.
And that case was owned by Palkiwala. There the ground was in the instrument of accession which Vallabhbhai Patel, the then Home Minister, assured to them that their interest will be protected. And that was the ground which was taken note of.
Right.
Similar instrument of accession is there between
case
the
of
then
Tripura.
Maharaja of Tripura and the then government of India. Therefore, we were trying to find out whether that judgment could be of any help, and we will have a discussion. These are all in the
Frame. Yeah. Now, let me come to Akhilanjan Datta. Do you think the country at some point will actually go with this idea of an NRC all across the country?
No, I think the people in different states of the country will be demanding for this, because if you look at who are the forces now very active in the politics at the state level, particularly the regional political forces, they are very much active. That will not be done by Congress or that will not be done by BJP. But the regional political forces who are very much afraid of their own political destiny, I think they will definitely be demanding this. Once this process in Assam gets completed, the process will be more stronger.
Right.
I think it will be more stronger in West Bengal. Yes, it will be stronger in parts of
that
Bihar.
only. That's why he is shouting like anything.
Yes.
This is the reason.
This
This
ground situation
if
is
NRC
worse in
starts
West Bengal than Assam.
her politics is finished.
Only
no.
difference is
So
they speak the
this is a
same
very
language.
interesting argument. Abhijit Sharma is saying, and other panelists are also agreeing, that perhaps Mamata Banerjee is talking so much against the entire exercise, finding faults in the entire exercise because he is perhaps wary that an NRC exercise may be extended to West Bengal.
You were saying
No. I have seen news today. I have seen in TV that Meghalaya is demanding NRC in their state.
Yes.
In your channel, I saw it. Then I think, in my personal opinion, that it is good that if every state is having an NRC, And then who is
the
for
country
it?
should have
Country should have an NRC.
But the difference
Nobody
is that
escaped.
all the countries
In fact-
and
this is a
1951, but
rare-
Assam is having
In fact,
1971.
we should all thank and compliment late Vishnuram Medhi.
Yes.
It was his brainchild, you know. When the 51 enumeration work was going on, simultaneously this exercise of NRC was taken. It was his brainchild.
I'll only
in
add
Today,
one thing.
today if
One line.
Assam is to be saved
Wasbir.
for 2%, Gopinath Bordoloi
please.
and Vishnuram Medhi.
Yes, Akhilanjan
I'd
Datta.
like to add only one line. The way the politics is going on, probably all states will be demanding inner
Yes.
line permit. That becomes then the politics becomes very obsessive.
Absolutely.
We have to be very careful about that.
Absolutely. I'm running short of time.
Inner line permit
I'm
is
running.
different.
I'll come to each of my points.
NRC is a
Inner
different
line
issue.
permit is concerned with 6 schedules.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking that state like Maharashtra even go to the
Just
extent.
last conclusion.
I'm running short of time.
Last
Abhijit
conclusion.
Sharma, your
I'll
last
be
words.
requesting,
Your
I'll
last
be
words.
I will be requesting state government, central government and NRC department to file a suo motu case against Mamata Banerjee in Supreme Court. Because from the very beginning of the NRC, she is trying to do some nuisance.
That's a good suggestion. That's a very fair suggestion.
And I think this is the last option for state government, central government and NRC department to save Assam from a riot.
So
And
basically,
and
all political parties should be a party to it.
All the
Basically,
political
Abhijit
parties
Sharma,
should be a party.
basically what
Including
Abhijit-
BJP.
No, basically,
Yes,
what
yes.
Abhijit Sharma is saying, I just want to take a correction from Kamal Nayan Chaudhary. If basically, are you suggesting that since the entire exercise is monitored by the Supreme Court, it is actually the Supreme Court who should file a suo motu case?
Actually, in effect, it amounts to casting aspersion on the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Because everything is being done under the it's being monitored by the Supreme Court.
Dujan
Therefore,
Sharma,
where
do
is
you
the
agree?
question of blaming a political party?
Dujan
I
Sharma, do
agree,
you agree?
because we have to accept certain things, and we have accepted the decision of the Honorable Supreme Court.
Right.
When we have accepted that decision, we have to go by that. We have to abide by the
No,
decision.
if you go against Mamata Banerjee in TV talk shows and in Guwahati, it's better Congress can file a case against Mamata Banerjee.
No, that is a
in Supreme
different
Court.
issue.
You can-
Where
you
Congress
can-
will file a
if you
case.
love your country, if you
No,
love
no,
your
no,
people,
no,
you can file a
it-
case.
But the Assam-
Because
your
your
president-
party in the case. Congress is the party in the case.
That is a
You can file it.
No, that is a different issue.
Please, you like your people of Assam, you like your people, you love the people of Assam so much. So why don't you file a case against Mamata Banerjee?
No. You only like people of Assam.
No, I don't
That is
like.
not
I don't
true.
like. My dear Khuda, I don't like. You only
Spade a
like.
spade.
I don't like.
That
My
is
dear
not
Khuda, I
true.
only like.
Congress,
You only
BJP
think
is
about
also
only
bound by
like.
the dictate of the High Court.
I
There is
never
no
said.
time for a phrase.
I never said I only like.
আপোনাৰ মাটিৰ তলত ধূলি মই মই একোৱে নহয় আপুনিয়ে চব আপুনিয়ে চব আপুনিয়ে কৰিলে অসমৰ কাৰণে ও খুৰা আপুনিয়ে ফাইল কৰক মোৰ আই ডোন্ট হেভ নাথিং টু ডু উইথ ইট ইউ ফাইল why don't you file why don't your party president file a contempt of court petition against Mamata Banerjee why your party president don't file it instead of shouting in TV channel why don't you file
You are nobody to suggest Congress party.
why nobody to suggest we can I'm not suggesting I'm requesting I'm not suggesting I'm requesting I'm requesting
You are nobody to suggest Congress party.
Yes, I
what
think
to do.
Akhilanjan
that
Datta, your
I
last words.
think we
We
are
will decide
passing
in our
through a-
executive
Yes,
meeting.
Akhilanjan
Yes,
Datta.
please. We are passing through a very difficult time,
Exactly.
and some people with some across religion and language, they have shown their political maturity. They have
Yes.
been very restrained. Let us respect that, and also let us uphold the credibility of the Supreme Court of India.
Absolutely.
You know, that's my appeal.
Mr.
Yes.
Kamal Nayan Chaudhary, what are your last words?
In fact, the other day I have given a post in my Facebook. I have exactly suggested what my learned friend Mr. Borua has said just now. In fact, I have indicated that. I said it is the time we should tread very cautiously.
Exactly.
There will be people who try to derail us.
Yes.
We should not allow this process to
Yes,
get
right.
derailed, and let us see which stand. And because Supreme Court is monitoring the
Okay,
matter,
Ranjan Datta has
we
said
all
that.
have
Yeah.
faith in
Let
the
us
Honorable
wait-
Supreme
wait
Court,
and
and
observe.
we don't think it is anything going to happen.
Yes,
Only thing is,
Sila
people might
Dikta,
come
Sila
try.
Dikta, your concluding remarks, your last word.
Nothing concerning derailment of NRC. NRC has to take place. Figures have to be correct, and most important thing is we lost 11 districts. If such thing goes on, we'll lose another 7 districts. We have to be cautious.
Okay, this issue, the politics of citizenship, the debate of the natives versus aliens, this is not the last that we have heard. We are yet to hear on this. This is not the last word really, and this is the last word only for this edition of Northeast Tonight. Yes, We have to have full faith in the Supreme Court. This is a process that has to go on till its logical end. All we want is a national register of citizens that is free from the names of foreign nationals, and of course one that does not exclude a single Indian national. On that note, I'd like to thank all my panelists for being extremely engaging in today's debate. On that note, I'd like to take bye from this edition of Northeast Tonight. Good night and goodbye.